My name is Paul Topolos, and I work at Pixar Animation Studios right now, and I began at Lucas, the Lucas companies. And my interest in art began with my dad being a technician for the Xerox corporations, and so he would fix the Xerox machines, and he'd always come back with loads of paper. And so me and my brother both had tons of paper that we could draw and play with. And that was when art first felt magical for me. I loved films, I loved watching movies, especially in America on Saturdays. There would always be old movies, and I loved like the epics. There would be Roman epics where you'd see huge images of Rome. I loved anything that had to do with space, Star Trek, Space 1999, Thunderbirds, all the shows from Britain with the puppets and the cartoons. When I was, I had just come back from studying in England. I had just graduated, and I think I was realizing how hard it was to get a job in the art world. And so I came back to America. I was missing Britain. I was not very happy, and I was realizing that I was broke and that I wasn't quite talented enough to get a job. And so one of the things that I did was I moved back in with my parents, and I started apprenticing with an artist friend of mine named Chuck Pyle, who was an illustrator. But to supplement my life, I worked at a cafe. And I loved making coffee. And one day we got a brand new espresso machine. And the man that brought it in was the most fussy guy I'd ever met. And what he said was, "Look, I'm gonna make you coffee the right way." And I didn't know that there were all these different things. I mean, I thought I knew how to make a good cappuccino, but then he went through all this stuff, and he made this beautiful cup of coffee that I tasted, and it was wonderful, and it was so different. And he pointed to all the people outside, and he said, "They won't know. They won't know all the things that you did, but they will know that they want another one." And that was sort of an important thing, because when I talk to people about the work that we do at the studios, people are sort of surprised all the attention to detail. And when I tell them that everything that we do is talked about and designed and fought over and defended and thought about, and people will stress out at night, people won't sleep thinking about a certain tiny little aspect that people won't even think about. But again, it's this idea that they won't know all the things that you did. They'll just know that they like this movie. As an artist, I'm one person amongst maybe 200-300 people working on a specific film. I'm just one person, and that I'm in service to the story, to the director, to the production designer. And my job is to try and help solve a problem. I'm trying to help, in some ways, be a mind reader. I mean, they're trying to explain to me what they're wanting. And sometimes they don't have the clearest picture. They're wanting you to help with that. And it's an interesting process, because you're getting more and more clues the more failures you have. And you realize, okay, this thing that I brought to you, you don't like. And I realize that you don't like that because of this. All right, I'm going to come up with something else. So it's not an easy process. Sometimes it is easy, but there are times, and there have been shots, where you just are consistently, failing or striking out in baseball terms. Before I was starting out, when I would see artists, I just thought that they were geniuses, and this would be something that I never could achieve. And you don't realize that, kind of like actors, we're all probably too sensitive, effacing people, that maybe part of the artistic process is this constant self-evaluation. You know, I think that there are people that are maybe psychologically more healthy about it, but it is, I think, one of the things that makes you better is you evaluating yourself on a second by second basis.